Hi, I'm Christine. I'm here with Miss Hauske, one of the three art teachers on campus here at Coppell High School. I'm here to interview her about the recent VASE competition and just her life as an art teacher here at CHS. So, Miss Hauske, can you tell us how did you get into teaching, and what are the steps in your career that you took?
So I'm actually a new teacher. This is my second year. I came out of college with a painting and art history degree. Spent time again as an actual artist, and then I worked in an art museum in Detroit for 6 years. And honestly, what I realized when I was in the museum is that I wanted to have these conversations, and so that kind of brought me to education.
Okay.
So I'm still new.
All right, cool. What is one of the defining moments that you've had in life that made you want to choose to teach art?
To teach art? Again, I think it's that interaction that I had in a museum setting. Because in a museum, you have patrons come in and visitors, and you get to talk to them, but you don't necessarily see them continuing that conversation. And I think that's part of what drew me to education.
I know recently the VASE competition was held
2 weekends ago.
2 weekends ago?
Yeah.
Okay, so I know y'all had a lot of advancements onto state and a lot of regional medalists. So how do you feel about that as an art teacher?
Well, I will tell you again, so this is my second year teaching, and so I think that the biggest takeaway for me was seeing Coppell High School art students' work coming out, because they lay them out on the floor in the gym, and so students go in for an interview, and then you actually there's a long waiting period, right, and then you see pieces that are coming out. And what I will tell you is that we have a really strong art program. Our kids are really talented. They have a lot of heart, and I think that's the biggest eye-opener for me was just to see the quality of work out there amongst other schools. Our kids are very, very strong.
Right.
So, yeah.
What is your classroom working on currently? I know there's a lot of different projects.
There's a lot of things happening.
Yeah.
Okay, so these were actually from last semester for Drawing 2. Drawing 2 is working on metamorphosis and transformation. AP Art History is studying Indigenous Americas, and so today they just did a group project where they had to research a work of art, create it, and then teach us about it. AP Drawing is currently in their concentration, which means that they're working on pieces that based off a theme that they've created, so it's self-guided. And IB is wrapping up a chemistry and art project, basically, where the IB Chem students made pigments in the lab, and then we learned how to put them into a binder to make watercolor, and then we partnered between IB Chem and IB Art, and they actually painted with the pigments that they created, and so they're doing research on that.
Okay.
So a lot's happening right
cool.
now. Yeah.
Is there, as you went off before, can you show us some of your favorite pieces from around the room?
Again, favorite is hard because they're all extremely talented.
Yes.
Just behind this, we've got charcoal studies where they drew these from life. This piece, Russia just finished this one where she had a gold leaf to charcoal. We've got a couple oil paintings. The whole hallway when you walk into the room are all pieces that were created for VASE. So that kind of gives you an idea of most of the pieces, actually all the pieces out there are college medal. So all the ones out in the hallway are the VASE pieces. Not including the state ones, the 10 state advanced to state.
And then they bring those along with them too.
Yeah.
Okay. That is pretty much all I have to ask. Thank you so much for giving us a little bit of your experiences as an art teacher here at CHS. Congratulations on the recent VASE wins.
Thank you.
We'll see you later.
Thank you.